My name is Richard Callaway and I've just dropped off the back of the peloton to bring you this edition of 60 Seconds of Skal. I'm very excited to introduce today's guest. He is an important member of the travel industry's best known double acts, for the last 21 years playing Abbott to Julie Avery's Costello as co-owners of one of Melbourne's most successful travel companies, Brighton Travel World. But that is not all there is to know about this suave, debonair, lycra-clad cycling enthusiast and bon vivant. I want you to join me as we attempt to go way down his rabbit hole and discover all there is to know about the mysterious, elusive, riddle wrapped in a mystery enigma that is Keiran Cromie. Welcome to 60 Seconds of Skal, Keiran.
Thank you, Richard.
And your time starts now. Tell us who you are and what do you do?
Well, I am Keiran Cromie and I'm part owner of Brighton Travel World. I do all the non-consulting part for the business, so I oversee marketing, financials, HR, legal, and more importantly, cash flow these days. So that's become an important part of the job.
Yes, you've always been known to do the heavy lifting in the organisation, or that's what you tell me. And what did you do before that?
For about 20 years, I was the IT manager at various councils around Melbourne.
How did you get involved in the travel industry in the first place?
25 years ago, I met Julie Avery through Rotary. She told me that the business was coming up on the market for sale, so I asked if she needed a business partner, and that's what happened. So we purchased it in 1999, and that's all been plain sailing since then.
Up until recently. Tell us a bit about your background. Married, children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren. How far do we go back?
Yeah. Well, not quite grandchildren yet, hopefully. I've been married to my wife Anne for 40 years, just gone. We've got 2 daughters and 4 grandchildren.
What do you do to keep up your energy? What do you do to keep fit these days?
Well, not as much as I should. I used to do a lot of bike riding and have done a few tours overseas with taking groups away.
On this bike riding issue, I seem to remember hearing a story that in fact you started bike riding quite young and used to dink my sister on the back of your bike home from school. Is that a rumour or fact?
Well, yeah, I'm not sure if it'd be home from school. I possibly did dink your sister, which is probably a good time to sort of remind people that, or let people know that I first met you when you were a baby, and probably bounced you on my knee when you were about 3 months old or something like that.
I'm not sure we needed to go down that path. I'm a little uncomfortable with that, but I did want to keep going on this way of how you court your young ladies. I also heard a rumour, Keiran, that nigh on 40 years ago, perhaps even more, you as an 18-year-old used to pick up the aforementioned Anne from her convent school, Star of the Sea, down in Gardvale, I think, in your panel van, much to the chagrin of the nuns, I would reckon, at the time. Is that true also?
That is true. She was 16 and I was 18. And I was instructed, I'm not sure by the nuns or whether it was by my future wife, that I wasn't to park near the school. So she'd have to come out of school and walk down the street and hop in my panel van. So, yeah.
The thought of you driving a panel van I find very humorous. I've got a quick true and false for you, Keiran.
Yeah.
True or false? You in fact enjoy country music.
Well, I've never really got into country music until I went on a country music cruise about 2 years ago. I really liked it. And then I went to Tamworth a few months later.
I understand that you went to the Tamworth Music Festival, in fact, all on your own because you couldn't find anybody else to go with.
Well, that's right. My wife wasn't interested. She said she might go another time.
Is it also true that Fellini's Hairdressing, which is next door to your office in beautiful Church Street, has built a wing in your honour with the proceeds of 25 years of colour and stylings?
Well, yeah, actually, I just got my hair coloured 2 days ago, not just for you, though, Richard. Yeah, well, I think it's probably grey, but like, I get a good rate, so it seems a bit of a shame now to let it all grow out. So yeah, it probably would be pretty grey if it wasn't for Paulini's hairdressing next door.
I wish I had that. I wish I had that mop of grey hair. Keiran, another question. What exactly is a Jaeger bomb?
A Jaeger bomb is made from Jaeger Master, I'm not sure, is it a liqueur, and Red Bull. So very sweet, very tasty, and very potent.
Now, the reason I ask is I heard a rumour that you, in fact, once consumed, and I confirmed this with the Guinness Book of World Records too, I might add, you once consumed 25 Jaeger bombs in one city on a cruise. Could that be true?
Yeah, it was actually.
I also understand as a young man you attended the football-mad Christian Brothers College in St Kilda, where you're in fact better known for captaining the walking team and playing the tuba in the orchestra than for any exploits on the football field. Is that also true?
Yeah, that's a bit embarrassing, but yeah, that is true actually.
You're also, onto more positive notes, you're also very civically minded, as I understand it, being an active member of the Brighton Rotary, which you mentioned earlier, president of the Church Street Traders Association, and in 2019 you were nominated as Bayside Council's Citizen of the Year for your contribution to graffiti art in the area. And in fact, I have a photo of you with some of your most infamous artworks, which I'll show you a bit later.
The nomination was about getting rid of graffiti, not actually putting it up on the walls. So
I'll let the viewer make their own decision about that. Keiran, if I could transport you somewhere in the world right now, where would it be?
Antarctica. Not this time of year probably, but it's definitely on high on my bucket list. So hopefully Christmas next year, I might get there.
Couldn't be too many left on your bucket list surely by now. How long have you been a member of Skal?
4 years.
And what do you like about it?
I think probably like the networking, fellowship, great lunch venues.
Keiran, if you were trapped in a cabin on a cruise liner with 3 Skal, who would you choose?
Annabelle Brown from Oceania, and I think she's very dedicated in her job, very highly respected here, and yeah, great company. So I put Annabelle. Ian McMahon, who I consider to be a true gentleman, trustworthy journalist. Probably that's not happened so much these days, and would have lots of stories to tell. And probably Craig Hunt, I'd say, who's also would have a lot of stories to tell. He's a bike rider as well, and I'm a bit of an event management tragic, so I'm always interested in finding out how Travel League works and how they organise that event each year and all that sort of stuff. And
what Skalleague would you actually prefer to jump overboard to avoid being trapped in a room with?
Probably Richard Callaway.
I think that goes without saying.
Yeah. I mean, given that I probably nursed you at the age of 2 months old or something.
Anyway, we don't need to go back over that again. Finally, most importantly, Keiran, who has been your favourite Skal president?
Tara Strickland. She's the current president. She's something very enthusiastic. She's sort of got an infectious nature about her, but that's probably not a good word to use in this COVID times. But yeah, a lot of time for her at a distance.
I must see if I can dig up a photo of her wearing a hazmat suit. Thanks, Keiran. As you've heard, the buzzer is gone. Your time is up. Thank you for joining me on this edition of 60 Seconds of Skal.
Thank you very much, Richard. My pleasure.